All right, good morning. Today we're going to edit the full version of a YouTube short I posted yesterday, roughly called Try Not to Cough. We have the audio already mixed. Today we're going to bring in the rendered out footage for the widescreen version. So the resolution for like a YouTube short is 1080 by 1920, which comes to a ratio of 9:16. If you watch a widescreen version of footage, it's 16:9 for YouTube, which for this will be working in 3840 by 2160. Now there's an updated version of Premiere Pro where it automatically adapts your resolution to the current sequence settings, and I actually don't like that because this is at 100% right now, but it needs to be 50 if I want to fit the whole thing in there, and I'd rather it that way. It doesn't really make sense. You'd have to experience it to understand it. So this is actually a 16K clip that I exported at half resolution, so I'll be able to use that for kind of the wider shot. What I'll do with this one is I'll probably keep it at 100 and duplicate the clip to focus on individual characters. I don't know if you can see that blue line there, but I think I'm going to use that for where I want the character eyes to appear. So this one actually, let's make this one blue. And then, so this, it'll be blue shot. Yeah, that's kind of centered it. Yeah, that's pretty centered. And then let's drag that clip in again, the same exact clip. But they're going to have this one focus on Peter is his name. He will be appearing as a ghost at some point. So you can see this little line here shows me where the center of the screen is. Let's get that lined up. There we go. So we got him. And then later on, we'll be getting to the ghost. So when the ghost appears, let's see. This will be tricky because now we're approaching the top of the frame. But I think that should work right there. Okay. So I won't need that for a bit. So I already have the audio mixed. So I know kind of. So this is all the same clip. It's the same puppets doing the same actions. The difference is now I don't have to edit and trim each clip. I don't know what I'm saying, but you'll see. So let's see if we can play it here. I think that's a good opening there. Let's get into blue here. This is going to be tricky because I'm trying to do this live thing, so I feel like the audio is going to be giving me issues, but
just let me know if there's any.
There we go. Let's check this stream here. Cool. All right.
Just let me know if there's anything I can do better. Perfect EMP. Will you?
So we press C. That's our shortcut to cut a clip. I'll be using that a lot. That's when I get this kind of razor blade shape here. So let's go from him back to blue.
Well, you're doing just fine. Just try not to breathe on me and get me sick. To breathe on me and get me sick.
Cut it here so we can get back to him holding his breath.
On me and get me sick. I swear every year.
And let's come back to blue.
I swear, every year I'm on this earth, people are getting more and more entitled. I'm more entitled.
And then here, I think it'd be a good spot to cut back to the wide shot.
More and more entitled. I never had a heart attack. I mean, how do we know it hurts? How do we know it hurts?
No, I don't think I want him changing to that color on scene. It kind of looks a little funky, so.
How do we know it hurts? Maybe your heart's just saying, you ate too many French and too many cheeseburgers. This is the end of the line for you.
The reason I export in 8K, it's because it's twice the pixels of 4K. So I have that kind of close zoom without having to actually zoom, because the resolution's twice as much, if that makes sense. I would render out in 16K, but the files are so massive that you just can kiss your storage goodbye. And the rendering time will just be atrocious.
And you ate too many French fries and too many.
So let's see how that looks right here.
More entitled. I never had a heart attack. I mean,
like I said, it's hard to edit it with the stream going, but
maybe your heart's just saying. And you ate too many French fries and too many cheeseburgers. This is the end of the line for you. You will not be on this earth any longer, and it is not the paramedic's fault, but it is fault for treating your body so bad.
I like that shot.
Badly. And I'm not trying to call out cheeseburgers. For treating your body so badly. And I'm not trying to call out cheeseburgers. Obviously, I enjoy cheeseburgers as well.
So all I'm doing here is just trimming up the clips. So I put them in a different order. So this top line here is going to be blue, or no, that's going to be Peter. The next one down is blue, and the one below that is the widescreen shot. So I have them already pre-positioned and scaled, so I can just kind of cut through them, and it'll be consistent throughout the short.
So badly. And I'm not trying to call. Obviously, I enjoy cheeseburgers as well. The difference is, well, I don't exactly exercise a big, I feel like sometimes people are big just
and as long as you're extending and condensing the clip length, it'll keep time and sequence. If you start dragging it around, it'll throw it off because it's not linked to the audio right now.
Exercise, but I ain't big, I feel sometimes people are big just because maybe if I'm having one cheeseburger, who knows, maybe they're eating 3 cheeseburgers. And I'm not going to say that I never ate no 3 cheeseburgers, because certainly I have, but but it's not that regular. Maybe once a week, sometimes twice. No matter how many cheeseburgers I eat, I always wash the parasite out with some alcohol. All this circles back to the ancient Egyptian. Times twice. No matter how many cheeseburgers I eat, wash the parasites out with some alcohol. All this circles back to the ancient Egyptian. Times twice. No matter how many cheeseburgers I eat, parasites out with some alcohol. All this circles back to the ancient Egyptian. How the aliens built the pyramids anyways. What the hell? Lou, I have the ancient Egyptians and how the aliens built anyways. What the hell? Lou, I have passed away. I will be ascending to the heaven of after my shift is completed and I have punched out. Oh hell no, you ain't going no.
I feel like this could be centered a little better. Like there.
And how the aliens built the pyramids anyway. Ooh, I have passed away. I will be ascending to the heaven after my shift is completed and I have punched out. Oh hell no, you ain't going no. Oh Blue, I am at peace. Get back in that body, you dumb ghost. This is better for me. You get back in.
Yep. So I don't really know what to say. I'm doing the same thing over and over. But I told myself I'm going to try to do these little stream things because it takes so much effort to come out with these little 2 or 3 minute clips that, hey, if I do this, at least I have something that's a little longer on the
For me, you get
on the
back
channel.
in that body right now. Blue, you saved my life.
I do kind of like this centered clip, though.
What in the hell is wrong with you? Trying to get me.
But let's delete it for now.
Need to go back to the. With you. Trying to get me to go back to the hospital again.
Why is his eyes? I must have not put him back in his seat all the way because his eyes are so much higher in that other clip.
No 3 cheeseburgers, because certainly I have, but it's not that regular. Maybe once a week, sometimes twice. No matter how many cheeseburgers I eat, that's out with some alcohol. All this circles back to the ancient Egyptian.
You know, I kind of like that.
What the hell? Ooh, I have passed away. I will be ascending to the heaven times twice. No matter how many cheeseburgers I eat. Maybe once a week, sometimes twice. No matter how many cheeseburgers I eat, I always wash the parasite. All this out with some alcohol. All this circles back to the ancient Egyptians and how the aliens built the pyramids anyway. What the hell? Ooh, I have passed away.
And we can do a little bit of keying here. Let's go from 1462 up to this. So the way we do that is we click this stopwatch button. So that's where I'm going to be at. And let's start it at 1462, which I can just type right here. See how that plays. I don't know what just happened there, but So I hope I didn't do it on the wrong clip.
And how the aliens built the pyramids anyways. What the hell?
So let's delay that a little bit.
And how the aliens built the pyramids anyways. What the hell? Blue.
And then we can also do Easy Ease. Who named it that? I don't know. But let's make this one ease in. And then this one ease out. So we just right click, we go to temporal interpolation and do that. And it just kind of adds a little bit of smoothness. So it's not just one constant velocity, but the velocity of the change fluctuates. And I believe it starts slower and comes to a slower stop.
The aliens built the pyramids anyway.
So it gives it a little bit of smoothness.
Passed away. I will be ascending to the heavens above after my shift is completed and out. Oh, hell no, you ain't.
I think that'd be a good place to go back to.
After my shift is completed and I have punched out.
So we'll cut that here. Do that, and then let's grab that clip of blue. Let's see how that looks.
And I have punched out. Oh, hell no.
Oops. That's Peter.
Punched out. Oh, hell no, you ain't going nowhere. No, blue. Oh, hell no, you ain't going nowhere.
So let's go back to the ghost.
No, blue, I am happy. Get back in that body, you dumb ghost. This is better for me. You get back in that body right now. This is better for me. You get back in that body right now.
And this little one of these things matters to make it stick when you're adjusting your trim, so you don't have to zoom in to make sure your frames are all covered. Because if you don't have this thing turned on, then you'll extend the frame and it'll just be like that and you won't even know it. But this little black line pops up to show you that it's lined up.
Get back in that body, you dumb ghost. This is better for me. You get back in. Blue, you saved my life, wouldn't it?
I don't know why this is so far below where it's supposed to be. Because over here is also 1290, but you can see he's at eye level with that blue line, and for some reason they're not. I guess it's all right.
What the hell is wrong with you? Trying to get me to go back to the hospital again?
But this one's way off. So almost done here. I don't know if anybody's watching this. I'm sure this is pretty boring. I know. I don't blame you.
You ain't going nowhere. No, blue, I am happy. Get back in that body.
And the audio cuts out just because the computer's doing a lot right now.
Blue, you saved my life. What in the hell is wrong with you? Trying to get.
Okay.
Blue, you saved my life.
So sometimes I zoom in because I can see the audio and where his sentence finishes. So I could adjust the cut to that part.
Blue, you saved my life. What in the hell is wrong with you?
See, he's way above that blue line. That's weird. So I'm going to adjust it for here. But you want to keep it, your stuff comes out better if the eyes aren't jumping all over the screen. I find it's kind of a filmmaking thing.
Body right now. Blue, you saved my life. What in the hell is wrong with you? Trying to get me to go back to the hospital again? I am sorry that I...
So the reason I say that is...
go back to the hospital again?
Within the frame, if I were to just adjust horizontally between Peter and Blue, then Blue's eyes would appear higher than Peter's because his character is taller. So you might be tempted to do that, but I find it looks a lot better if I adjust the vertical positioning of the frame so that their eyes are consistently at the same level, even though they wouldn't be in a wide screen shot of them.
Saved my life. What in the hell is wrong with you? Trying to get me to go back to the hospital again? I am sorry that I held my breath until I died. Blue. Yeah, you better be sorry. I would be doing paperwork for the next 2 hours if you was dead. Hours if you was dead.
All right, so I would like to get the ghost shot in here, but let's do this. I want to make sure this upper lane's, you don't have to do it this way. This is kind of a stupid way to do it. It's just the way I prefer to do it, to keep everything lined up. I think it's very similar to audio in a way where, like, if you have sounds of somebody walking, you put them all in the same track, and that's has more to do with like sends and effects that you're going to do on the audio track as a whole. So I kind of try to keep my video tracks aligned with the positioning of the frame. So I'm going to do a different line because I have that 16K that's rendered out at 8K, but it won't look as good as this for kind of a closer version of both characters in frame. So we'll get that centered. I can use that center line to line up with the rig, and I like that shot. So I could have done the same thing with either Blue or Peter's clip, but we're going to try it this way.
And again, yeah, it better not.
So we'll go right here. So that 16K clip is rendered out at 8K. So both are 8K. The difference is that this includes the entire frame. It's hard to explain, but this one, if I were to show you it at 50%, this is all the information that's included in the image. It's a closer shot. So even though they're both 8K, if I want a closer shot of both characters, this 8K rendered at 8K is going to look better than the widescreen shot rendered out at 8K. So it's labeled 16K. Nothing about it is 16K. That's just the original resolution, and I rendered it out in 7680 by 4320. So half resolution, and then half of that will be what goes onto YouTube, which is 3840 by 2160.
It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does, it better be off shift. It better be off shift. You was dead. It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does, be off shift.
So let's actually
Hours if you was dead. It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does, it better be off shift. It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does, it better be off shift.
let's get a little bit of blue in there.
It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does, it better be off shift.
So just little minor changes each time.
It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does,
That's pretty good. I just want to get more of that bite.
if
Control Z is your best friend.
and if it does, it better be off shift. Shift.
That's pretty good. Let's get a little more there.
And if it does, it better be off shift.
And then probably finish with the widescreen. shot.
It's 2 hours if you was there. It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does, it better be off shift.
I don't like the shot with blue there. So let's delete that, pull this out, and then maybe go a little more here.
It won't happen again. Yeah, it better not. And if it does, it better be off shift.
And then I think end on that, and then we're good. There we go. Okay. So we'll save that, and then we just got to add our little finishing touch, which is going to add this little paramedic robot thing at the end. On top of everything else. So if you ever want to render out one of these little title cards, you can do it in After Effects, and you just render out a single frame, meaning like you could even start and end the entire render at frame 00000, and it'll give you one, but you just have to do it as a PNG file. PNG plus alpha is what you call it, and that's why I have this without the rest. If it was a JPEG, then the rest of the screen would be black. So let's put this here, which will probably be blocked by any YouTube icons, but that's all right. And we'll get that for, I guess we got it for about 5 seconds. Yeah, that's all right. All right, let's let it. So we'll go right at the 2-second mark, mark the opacity at 0. Go 1 second forward. I think sometimes half a second is better. Let's see. And bring it up keyframe that opacity to 100. Yeah, let's try that at 1. Actually, let's do it at 2. I was way off. Yeah, see, I could be done with this a lot faster. I just get indecisive about stupid stuff that's meaningless. So we're going to do 1.5 seconds. Final answer. That works. And then we have one other thing to add. Very simple. I'm just going to copy it from this one. And that's the little TMW Productions icon I like to play in the beginning. Let's get it over here so it doesn't overwrite any of my audio. Cool. And then we just need that in the right proximity of the screen. So let's go to maybe 25%. I have those title action safe lines on here, which is kind of what you use if you're creating a title card or creating really anything. You don't usually want your graphic to extend outside of those lines, but I'm a rebel, so I do. No, I'm just lazy. I don't know. I don't really want it to get in the way of the footage, and I like when that ball kind of drops off the into the oblivion, but that's a little actually seems a little low. And we'll go right here. Let's go a little more over. This thing always has trouble playing even though it's rendered. It's because it's an AVI file. So just like I was talking about with the PNG plus alpha, if you need to do the video equivalent of that, I typically will do an AVI file. And then you select, I don't know, original layer plus alpha, something like that. Put that right at the beginning. And I think that's it. Let's just send the out point. Yeah, I definitely want it ending earlier than that. So let's just get this right here. Let's send it. Let's call it a cool 2 seconds. We'll set the out point there for the final render. I think I'm pretty good with that. Let's watch that ending one more time. Make sure we don't want to adjust anything there. Cool. And there we go. And now we're ready to render it out, and then I'll put it on YouTube right after this, but I'll show you the render settings real quick. Not that I do anything fancy at all with it, but you see you have the in-out points, 2 seconds. That's correct. H.264, correct. I don't really adjust the video, but it's going to come out at 3840 by 2160. Frame rate of 24, which is consistent with the After Effects render. Stereo, it usually gives me 320 bit rate. I like that bit rate. So that's it. So now I'm just going to select my destination. We're going to go in the widescreen folder. I'll just call it YouTube 18 widescreen. Don't cough. Attempt 1, because I'll end up doing it 3 more times, but hopefully not. I could play it back now, but I don't like the lag on this playback. It'll be better after it's rendered. So we have all that set. We have our destination set. So now I'm just going to click export, wait for that, and that will be the end of the stream today. I want to thank all of my 0 viewers for watching. Your support means the world to me. I can't do this. Oh, I do have 1 person. Hell yeah. All right. Thank you. Cool. And that'll be it. Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. I don't know how to comment back yet. There we go. Thank you. Cool. And that's it for today. What a fun, fantastic morning. And I spelled thank you wrong. And whatever. Thank you. It's spelled wrong. Let's see if that goes through, and then I'm done for today. Yeah, a couple. There we go. All right. Well, that's it.